Officially changing the name to Reid International Airport. McCarran International Airport is no more. It's gone. We're going to be changing the signs soon. This is maybe what the kids call a hot take. I don't know. It's not really a take because I already did one take of this video. We're going to talk about that and why you won't be flying into McCarran International Airport for much longer. How's it going, guys? My name is Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a local Vegas blogger. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for future notifications. And leave us a comment below. What would have been a better name? Based on my last few videos, some people have suggested Elvis Presley, Steve Wynn, Frank Sinatra, not leaving Las Vegas. But there's problems with all of those. I think I have a solution I'll tell you towards the end of this video. And I'll also tell you about this Montreal Canadiens sweater that I'm wearing and how I got it and what I paid. And hockey aficionados, your guys' head will spin, so stay tuned for that. Check out our channel sponsor, P9 Magazine. They buy the side of Resorts World for 1 week out of every single month. It's epic, and they're building their brand and launching and bootstrapping their brand in Vegas. Really nice people, super nice ladies, making money for themselves on Instagram, a PG-13 platform. Check them out there, P9 Magazine. Also, check out VegasFaceMask.com. No S at the end. We can get these to you for Halloweeny. Just so you know, if you order them in the next few days, we'll ship them out and you'll have them in time. 2 for $25. My wife Caroline makes these. You have to wear a mask in Vegas and many other parts of the country. And maybe if you're working and you need solid colors, we have those too. Free shipping, VegasFaceMask.com. No S at the end, the only 2 that you'll ever need. All right, so the Review Journal is reporting that they are officially going to start replacing McCarran International Airport signs with Reid International Airport. And we are going to do so much to stay away from the politics of this man, but we are going to talk about why it's a bad idea, in my humble, not so humble opinion, I guess, to really just start naming things after human beings, because you're never going to get it right. Not in a million, billion, trillion years. But it might not matter in the end, and I'll explain that to you in a second. So, if you don't know, the story goes that McCarran was a senator in the U.S. Senate. That's where senators usually go. And McCarran said some horrible, nasty, and did some terrible things in his life. But he also brought flight in an airfield to Clark County in Las Vegas, so we named the airport after him, and it's been that way for a very long time. But Senator McCarran also took business trips on the taxpayer dollar to Europe to argue for why Jewish people shouldn't be allowed to immigrate into the United States. He argued against rights for black people. Like, he did bad things. So yeah, this is one case where I'd say, yeah, let's not have a horrible racist legacy on the airport in Vegas. But most of you didn't know that, and that's going to be kind of the point of this video in a minute, because I can get as mad as I want and stomp my feet and say, Reid International, don't you know he did this because the internet told me so? And he's done stuff. He's done stuff, and I'll let you look up that stuff on your own. But some people really like Reid, and he's got this success story. You know, he grew up in a brothel in Searchlight, Nevada, which is about probably 45 minutes to an hour out of town. He grew up poor. He ended up being the Speaker of the House, I believe it was. So he basically had Nancy Pelosi's current position. So that's quite the ascension from nothingness. He's also done some good things for the town. And if you ask some people, he's done some bad things for the town. But he's got a legacy here. Like, his family has this legacy name in Vegas. So, you know, whatever. This group of people that just basically has the power to vote and name things, they decided to name it. They didn't go for any intervention or any kind of public vote from the people that actually live here. They didn't put out placards or, you know, scan this barcode to vote at the airport for the millions of people, sometimes a month, that come here. They didn't do any of that. They just said the new airport name is going to be Reid International because we got to wipe that McCarran guy off of it. And again, I agree with taking McCarran off of it. Jeez Louise. But at the same time, they could have picked other names, right? What do you call it? Elvis International Airport. Oh, but Steven, you're going to say, don't you know Elvis died from drug overdose? Yeah, but Elvis loved his mama. But some people would be problems with that. Call it Wynn International because he's done so much for the city. Oh, but Steven, you're going to say, just Steve Wynn has all those allegations on him. Yeah, he does. So I guess that's out of the question. Well, who else are you going to name it? Kerkorian International? I'm sure there's something about Kirk Kerkorian, the man who built the International Hotel. Actually, that'd be pretty funny. Kerkorian International built the Bally's, built the MGM Grand, 3 biggest hotels in the world 3 times in a row. But there's something about him, I'm sure, that's bad too. Point is, we can always look at Sinatra International. Oh, but Steven, Sinatra Sinatra was a misogynist. He probably was. I don't know, man. Frank Sinatra was part of that era, so you can't name it that. Point is, You can't name it after a human being that's a real person, I guess, because you're always going to have fault in every human. Every human has got fault. Something I wish I would have said in the John Gruden video. I mean, I was like, John Gruden's got to go. But the truth is, every single human being, including you watching this video, has done something or said something that you regret at some point in the past. You've also asked for forgiveness on it too, and maybe some people did forgive you and maybe some people didn't. For every person that seems like a good Samaritan, spends all time, you know, helping their church do stuff, they do nasty things. And for every person who's a criminal, they sometimes reform themselves. So what do you call it, man? I don't know. Call it the Paiute International Airport. Is it Paiute or Paiute? I don't know. It's the Wallapai International Airport. But then those two tribes would be upset because, you know, hey, look, you know, why aren't you using our name? You know, so there's really no solution to it at all. You can't really get to there from here. So I say call it Las Vegas International Airport. You know, or call it the Meadows International Airport, because that would be cool. See, most people don't know this, but Las Vegas means the Meadows, and in Spanish. And the reason it's called that is because the first Spanish explorers noticed that there was people living off the land. There were big giant springs underneath, and there still is a natural aquifer in Vegas. If you have over 1 acre of land, you don't have to go to the water district, to the Las Vegas Valley Water District, and get water right. You apply to get water rights on your own land. You build a well if you feel so inclined to do so, and you have free water. You bypass all the watering restrictions. Your water comes from the ground. Still here. That's why Lake Las Vegas exists, my friends. So maybe call it the Meadows. And I could foresee people landing at the airport at, you know, the Meadows International Airport in Las Vegas, and, you know, getting to the arrivals, baggage carousel, and seeing giant allusions to our past. I mean, all sorts of airports do this kind of stuff. It's really cool when they do. Learning and building something into the airport about how water is so important to this part of the to the continent, and how the valley was so important back in the day. Give some love to the Mormons who built their fort out in the 1880s, I believe it was, and give some love to the settlers that struggled out here before air conditioning existed. I mean, that's a possibility, right? But that would be a great possibility, but that would be the logical thing to do. And instead, we had a bunch of people name one of their buddies and put his name on the airport. Signs are going up. They have 2 sets of signs. The front ones that face the Las Vegas Strip, like street signs, and the main one. And then they have the signs inside. There's no time frame yet, but you'll start to see them soon. And that's what that is. Now, as for this right here, this is pretty cool. I was at the Broadacres Marketplace. They call it the Marketplace. I call it a swap meet. My wife is like, what's plant? Because she recognizes this, because she watches hockey with me now. I turned my Philippine wife into a hockey fan. It's the best thing ever. But she sees this, you know. And I'm like, oh my God, that's Jacques Plante. That's one of the most prolific hockey players. He's like, if you talk to baseball players, we'll talk about Babe Ruth and Joe DiMaggio. That's one of those guys. And I said to the lady, I said, I'll give you $20 for this. And she says to me, 35. And I said, everybody here hates this team. This team eliminated us last year from the playoffs. And she goes, okay, 25. I looked it up online. This sweater is worth $149 from a reseller, because they don't sell them anymore. So it's pretty cool to get that. Now all I need is to expand on my jersey collection. I'm looking for the Maple Leafs next. I bought my father an old Toronto Arenas one, but I'm looking for Maple Leafs, get the hat matching. Man, it's so fun to get this stuff. So just thought I would update you. You're wondering, why is he wearing the Montreal Canadiens stuff? Because I'm from Canada originally, and this is the Montreal Canadiens. And if you ask any fans from Montreal, they will say, just like Celine, they will say, the Habitants de Montreal are the best hockey team in the world. In the world. I love all you guys up there in Quebec. You're so good. You try your English when you're down here, and that is so appreciated. Thank you guys so much. Never stop being cool. My name is Steven. That's my video, and I'm sticking to it. Now's the time of the video where I say 3, 2, 1, click. Are you ready? Check out our channel sponsor, P9 Magazine. Check out VegasFaceMask.com, the link to that you'll ever need. Check out my Instagram. We got to go. 3, 2, 1, and